talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put. They did note they are down on the scoreboard.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Encroachment defense. Automatic first down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Down just shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Shreds the tackle. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 3rd down, here's Hill. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down. Type of run each and every time.
Now a former Iowa Hawkeye, it's Brandon Wager. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They were in the 4-3. Mike linebacker made a great tackle.
And when that happens, generally it means that the guys up front, the 4-down defensive linemen, have absorbed all the blockers and allowed him to run free to the football. He ends up with a textbook tackle.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And Sweezum will get this one to go. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Getting set to go again, Tony Romo marches back onto the field. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll come out in the pistol. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he's taken down, but not before he gets us into enemy territory across the 40.
I know that in recent years, it's been tough on Tony Romo. A lot of injuries have piled up, but he's still able to sling it, Brandon. Look at that throw.
Yeah, he can. By the way, you know his given name on his birth certificate?
Hit me, hit me.
Antonio Ramiro Romo.
That flows
He's got a good ring, so I'm going to start calling him Antonio.
The lyrical one.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
On 2nd and 10, Romo trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Christian Jones the one who picked it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And once again, Hill, he's been busy. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Defense.
Too quick to the trigger that time. Neutral zone infraction, and that'll cost him 5 yards. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Following the penalty, it's Hill. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Pat McAfee now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
They go play action here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting...
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Boswell for the extra point. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here's the Panthers defense as they get set to go again. They were able to force that 3-and-out. That led to a touchdown. And defenses obviously love 3-and-outs. They want more of that.
They created a very short and not too sweet stint for the offense by getting them off the field that fast, but it set up their own offense, gave them a little spark, and they took it downfield and scored.
Now the question, can they do it again? Let's see. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first half highlights and analysis.
LR, plenty to show in this one.
Going to be a busy man at intermission. Second down following the run. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs. Now back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll look to throw here on first down. Underneath here to Hill. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And that leads to an Atlanta first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. On first down, he'll drop to throw. A dump off now to Hill. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw again. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Back to throw again. That's caught at the 2. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Here's the punter, McAfee, to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Onto the field, here come the Panthers. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offense.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Hopkins, the one receiver right. Now a play fake, and it's Romo. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, Romo. Hey, the collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 2nd and 10, Romo. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he's brought down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one complete to Reed. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. Well, never mind, Larry. Forget your halftime report. Apparently, we are set for the 3rd quarter of action already. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Falcons defense gearing up as they take the field. They are down on the scoreboard as we begin the 2nd half and looking to avoid a bigger deficit.
And I could just hear the coaches now. I can hear the head coach. Guys, first 5 minutes, first series of the 2nd half. Offense or defense, you got to set the tone.
They'll try to set that tone here. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Romo. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 4th down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
Returner didn't have the space that he deserves, got bumped into. That's the flag.
After a 40 or 45-yard run downfield, sometimes you don't come under control in time. That was a penalty on the defense.
They try the left side with Hill. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Again, it's Hill, and he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
Out of the gun now on third down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Falcons! Josh Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And now the Falcons are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And this is going to be incomplete. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. Throwing on third down, Romo. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. We get a look at the Carolina defense as they work their way into position. And a touchdown given up the last time they were out there, so maybe need to refocus a little bit.
And make sure that they don't start finger pointing with each other, because oftentimes when a touchdown's given up, you say, okay, where did that happen? Who broke down? Who gave it up? Instead, just go back out there, be a unit again, and try and play a little bit better.
Yeah, see if they can play a little bit better on this drive.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to loft one. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Antonio Brown with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons have broken our tie.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. They come up in an offset eye. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. 76 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Panthers defense gearing up as they take the field. So their offense scored to start this second half. That got us tied. Now can they respond?
And they have to ride that wave a little bit, don't they? They got a little momentum. Their offense put it in the end zone. Now can they go out there and turn that into a stop and really seize control of this game?
Is there talk on the sideline of, hey, we did our job, you do yours? Does that happen a lot?
It happens a tremendous amount. And guys that I knew on offense were never shy about letting me know it.
On second down, Hill. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. And that is incomplete. Jeremy Hill was the one he was trying to hit there. And it's fourth down. Here's Pat McAfee now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Crowder. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again, Tony Romo marches back onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
They come up in an offset eye. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's got some space here. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And out of bounds there on the kick. Now Hill. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Brown, the lone receiver left. They'll set up to throw. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will. The pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Stephon Anthony in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And he comes back with one complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
They have a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and you realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. They run it again with Hill. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
As a defender, you've seen that play work all game long. What you have to do, though, is stay with your keys and not overrun plays. Because once you do that, they send you in one direction and come back in the opposite.
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return, and we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. Brown, the lone receiver left.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year.
But, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. So out come the Falcons now. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
2nd down to the offense, needing 5 yards. Gun. They'll look to throw. And he's got him over the middle. Fedorowicz. And he's brought down. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
False start, offense.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got time. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And a hook up over the middle to Pryor. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it'll be 1st down Atlanta. Simple slant route, and partner, really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
What's often built into passing games without actually stating it is rack yardage, run after catch, because they expect receivers to make a catch and make someone miss. And how about the broken tackle cause there that allowed for the big pickup of yardage?
They'll run it with Hill, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Jeremy Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Falcons have cut it to within a score.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. This is Morris. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And with the big gain, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty. Fresh set of downs here. They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Carlos Dunlap, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. DeAndre Hopkins with a career-high 4-touchdown game. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Pryor has it complete. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Pat McAfee now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And taken at the 46. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not...
They would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
For that last run for a first down, it really should be the last straw for the defense. I don't care how many they've had in the box, they need to add more people.
They come up in an offset eye. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. They begin the drive with Hill. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun to the sideline. And, oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Holding, offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
They'll run. This is Hill. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
All right, here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And finding Fedorowicz. The big fella. And they finally get him down at the other 46. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. Touchdown, Falcons. Antonio Brown with a career-high 4-touchdown game. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job one. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted, so many things to go through.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone looked to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
Get ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. Romo now to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Here's Romo. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. I'm surprised with the lead in a one-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. So the game-sealing play from Josh Norman. What a big one that was.
He's a guy that loves being the center of attention. And I think to play that position, you have to have that feeling because oftentimes you will be isolated out there against some of the best the game has to offer.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part one of the equation done. Now they need to convert and then get that onside kick. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And the Panthers are going to recover here, and that should be enough to get them the victory. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
With that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
They're throwing here. Romo. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 4.